has been quite eventful so far.
Yeah.
We're progressing actually quite well, to be honest. But still only halfway through. We're only on a good run, you know. We ain't won anything yet, but
Long way to go.
long way to go.
So obviously, I'll just now we're in there, I'll carry on. But obviously, we'll start with a win on Saturday, massive win, Halse 3-0 in the semi-final, into the final now. I mean, what a day for the club that is again.
Yeah, it's like it's just good news for the club yet again. Continually competing in the back end of competitions, season in, season out, as an amateur team with amateur players and being local. That's all you can really hope for, ain't it? Just to compete. And somehow we've managed to find a formula. Whether sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, we're always there. We're always competing, you know, and that's half the battle. That keeps people interested. That keeps players interested, and ultimately, that's what's led us to be competitive season in, season out.
Yeah. Tell me about your squad you got there now. You've obviously built that. You've been there for the last couple of years, haven't you? The lads that play there, obviously, you got some great lads that have been around for the whole time you've been there, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, we've this is our fourth season here now, and funnily enough, the last time we won the Junior Cup, that was in our first season. There's still 6 or 7 core players from then. So lads that have done it before, they've been there, and they've helped make the club stable, and because they're good players with good reputations, it's helped us effectively rebuild every season. Because you know, at this sort of level, turnarounds very quick, and each year we've had to be here. We've had to rebuild, but the 6, 7 to 8 lads there's been a core, and they're all pretty good players, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, they're a group of players that stayed together. Does that help going into games like Saturday there, where they've got, you got that expectation of what you expect of the other lads, your teammates, and that you're building a family there, really, aren't you? And you know who's gonna provide for you.
Yeah, like it's having the trust in the players. I was never in doubt in terms of the motivation of the players for Saturday, because there was a couple of reasons. One, a lot of them are friends now. We played that many games together. It's over 100 games, probably nearly 150, some of them. You start becoming friends more than just players and in the same team, and relationships start building up over that time. And it's good for the lads that have been the core to show lads that are just coming in that we're a stable team, and to be getting this team, you're going to have to be a good player, and to help them get to their Junior Cup finals as well along the route. It's all satisfying to watch from up above. Like you see it going on in front of your eyes and developing over the years, and it's actually enjoyable to watch.
What's the relationship between the lads away from the football pitch? Are they friends and outside the club?
Well, yeah, that's another main reason for the success this year so far. I say success because nothing's been won, but the good form, so to speak, is we brought in a group of players this year from the Barrels when they folded last year. Obviously, we've got Joey helping us out over the club, and that core of players that have all played together for so many years, it helped us because we didn't have to bed them in. They came in comfortable. They'd already played with a few lads on the Sunday, and that helps people bed in. The same goes for we've got a few lads that play together on the Saturday that play together on a Sunday for North Star, for Standards Barn. There's like little groups, but we've managed to integrate the groups and separate the rivalry from the Sunday football. But we found a good formula, and it's working out for us so far.
Yeah, definitely paying off. Tell us about the game Saturday then, Neil. So did you know much about Halse? Obviously, they play in the Oxford League, didn't they? So have you been to see them or? Did you know much about them?
We didn't go and see them, but we know much about them. They beat us in the quarter-final of the Junior Cup last year. So that was another motivation for the lads. My job was easy, just pick the team. The lads knew what they wanted to do. They wanted that revenge.
Yeah.
And it would have took a good team to come and stop us getting into the final. I can assure you that. And on the day, I don't, no disrespect to them, I don't think they were quite up to our level. Last year we had the core, but we wasn't a good team. We had good players, but we wasn't a good team. This year, there's more of that camaraderie, that feel good factor, and on the day we just proved too strong for him, I think.
Yeah. So it was an early goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Settled us down after 4 minutes. Big Nathan Bobovic, one that's been from the beginning. Fortunate enough to win it with us. Unfortunate enough to lose in another final with us. So he's been through all the ride, along with a good few other players. And it's always nice in a semi-final when you score in 4 minutes. Sort of settles the nerves. And
set the time for the game. Did that set the time for the game? And was it sort of? Did they threaten much, or was it all Blisworth?
If my assessment of the game would be, I don't think they were quite up to our level during the game. I can remember them having one chance, and it was just after we went 1-0 up. Thankfully, the keeper Josh saved it, and then from then it's just pretty much one-way traffic. We pretty much dominated the game, and another game, another day, it probably could have been a few more, but no complaints. No complaints. The boys were at it. They were at it. They were at it. The extra motivation from the revenge, obviously, and the fact that it's for a final. Like, it's a match made in heaven, really, for a manager.
Yeah. Obviously, you said about that extra motivation losing to him in the quarters last year. Obviously, you mentioned Bobo there losing in the final with a few of the other lads. Does that add to it as well? You know, they've had that. Obviously, they won it the year before, then lost in the final. You know, you want to get back to that and win it again, didn't you?
Well, my thing is just compete. Just be there to compete. Like in a final, it could go either way. We've got a tough game. We've got Desborough. They're from a league higher. We know, but the consistency of what we're producing season out is what's making me happy. We're there or thereabouts. We're there or thereabouts, and that's all you can hope for. You can't dictate. You ain't going to win every final. You're not going to lose every final. You can't determine a one-off game. It's not always going to go your way. We've lost cup finals. We've lost cup finals the last kick of the game. We've won our cup finals. But I'm just happy to be there to compete, and that's half the battle. Once you're there, you've got something to. Your season can't die. That's what I always say to my lads. Once you're in the finals, your season can't die. Everyone else is going to be sitting at home while you've still got games to play, and the team that playing the most games that season, you can't ask for much more. You can't ask for much more.
Have you had much chance to go and see Desborough?
Yeah, well, I've watched them. I watched them the week before we played Moulton, because they played Moulton in the quarter-final of their League Cup, I think. Both teams, I'm not too sure about Desborough, but Moulton didn't have their strongest side out, and Desborough went and pumped them. I think it was like 5-1 or something, and they look like a proper outfit, mate. They look like a proper outfit. They're big, they're physical. They've got some tricky lads up front. They get a goal, and we're looking forward to it. We're there. We're going to compete, and you've got to be in it to win it. We've done it before. We beat Moulton the other week. They're from a league higher, so we've just got to believe that it's 11 versus 11, and we're men, and we want to compete.
So, no, nice. Obviously, you got flying in the league as well, aren't you? 20 wins on the bounce now?
Yeah, that's not it. That's not all league. That's like all in. That's all in. But
but that's great.
Saturday was our 20th win of the game. It seems like a bit crazy to say that, really. 20th win in a row. We've actually won every single game since August, and we're now in February. So, don't want to sound like I'm being big-headed or anything, but we are proud of it. It is only a run though, and we have to keep saying that to the players. And we will lose a game. It's going to come, and hopefully when it does come, we react like we did for the last game that we lost, which is this run. So
Yeah.
if we can minimise it, we're in for half a chance, you know.
Nice. Yeah. Obviously, so you sat pretty in the table. You're third at the minute, but yeah, 2 points behind with, I think it's 5 games in hand, didn't you? So yeah, I'd say you'd be odds on to win the league. But are you not in that mindset yet? You still a lot of work to be done.
No, we've got the noisy neighbours next door, ain't we? So nothing's won. They ain't going anywhere, and we know it's a battle to the very last game, mate. We're not stupid. Them boys have all done it before. They're there, and they'll be there to fight. Then they're a strong side. I don't want to say their name because it's blasphemous, but I think we know what we're talking about.
We
But
do.
yeah, we're not under no illusion. This is far from over. One slip up, someone's going to be there, and that's the way football goes. We just got, in a way, I keep telling the players we don't need to worry about anyone because as it stands, it's in our own hands. But a lot of football to be played and a lot of ups and downs, and doesn't always go your way, but we'll be trying our hardest.
Yeah. Any idea when that final is yet?
The final will be in May.
It'd be May.
Yeah, it will be in May. With the semi-finals just come out for against Road for the League Cup. That's just come out. I think that's for the 14th of April. So,
I thought I must have seen something different. Is it 12th of March? You got semi as well. Sure, I've seen that
unless they changed it. I looked earlier, and then they might have changed it since then. They do change it. They've changed it 3 times, but they've changed it 3 times. But last I heard, it was that.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so let's just have a little talk about the rest of the league as well. Obviously, I mean, the combination is always a decent league, and they're always decent teams kicking off. Obviously, you got Medbourne there at the weekend.
Tough.
They're hit and miss, aren't they? I mean,
they're always hit against. They're always hit against us.
They
always give us a tough game. Always.
Yeah.
We've had our worst defeat since I've been here over there. It was away. I think it was last season. We lost 4-1, and if I'm being brutally honest, on the day it could have been 10. They battered us, but we did beat them. We did beat them earlier on in the season. It was a crazy game. We're 3-0 up at half time. 10 minutes into the second half, it's 3-0. Thankfully, the lads dug deep and we won 5-3, but it was a tough test, and we're expecting no different on Saturday. I can assure you that.
Would you say that division still as strong as it has been? I mean, obviously you got Harpole beat Medbourne there the weekend. Obviously Hayford have had some good results as well.
To be brutally honest, I'd say from last season, probably not. I think it's probably slightly weaker. With obviously the Wollaston boys going over to Worcester, that kind of took them out. They were one of the better sides in the league. Also, Els Barton boys went all over there, and they had a good season last year. Road are probably the only other team that are up to the level to compete with us, I would say. Woodford have fell off. They did beat us second game of the season and absolutely battered us, if I'm being brutally honest. But since then, haven't managed to keep that consistency up. But Harpole again lost players to Chenix and other teams. So I'd say probably slightly weaker overall, but it's only ever been between 2 teams at the top really normally anyway. So not much has changed in that regard. Our main rivals have always been the same team, you know?
Yeah. So about Blisworth then, are you, what's the plans for next season? Are you looking have you applied for promotion for next season?
Well,
or are you stopping where you are, or is it still things restricting you?
Well, we've actually had positive talks with the club recently, as recent as 2 weeks ago, about applying to go up next year. So there is actually plans to go forward. So that's another exciting thing for the club, where for the first time in it must be 30 years that there's no ceiling there won't be a ceiling for us. And we had positive talks with the committee and the chairman, and that they're fully they're fully looking to go for it. And to be honest with you, we're all excited. The whole management team, the coaching staff, and everybody else. We're actually really excited to try and take this club forward. It's been stagnant for too long, and we're a well-known team around the area. But around Northampton, we're a well-known team. We're a well-respected team. We're a team with a lot of history, a lot of medals in all down the years. They've had some great sides in Blisworth and very successful teams. And why not try and test ourselves?
Like you say, you beat Malton there, didn't you? Like you say, they're the league above. Obviously, you're against Desborough now, so it's not like you haven't been tested against these teams. So yeah, why not go for it? Is it the clubhouse? Is that what allows you to move up? Is that what was stopping you before?
Well, so not just the clubhouse was sound as far as I'm aware, but there's a number of improvements that need to be made to the ground. Main one being floodlights, concrete pass around the sides of the pitches, just little things like that. And all being told, I'm hearing it's 100 grand all in, which sounds a lot, but I'm sure I got told that 70 to 75% of it will be funded by the FA. So it's not actually that much then, and it becomes achievable. And who knows where it could take us, you know.
Good. It'd be good. It'd be good for the area as well, wouldn't it? Like you say, I live that end of town now, and we've not got. I mean, not that many teams down there, really, is there?
Not anymore. Not anymore. A couple of people dropping out with like Cookno and things like that. We need to get a few more teams up there, and we feel that the time's right for us with our squad, with the size of our squad, the depth of our squad, and the commitment of the lads has gone up. So we actually do feel that it is that time, and I feel as it stands, we could go in there and make a difference in the league up. But only time will tell.
This moment in time, I know it's mid-season, it's probably hard to say, but is it likely that the squad you've got there at the minute will stay together for next season?
Well, at this level of football, mate, you could never guarantee, but the core, I'm pretty much happy. I'm pretty much sure the core will, and I suppose, touch wood, if we have a successful season come the end of it, we've got a brand new clubhouse, we've got a brilliant pitch. Like what? I mean, we haven't got a ceiling. We'd be one of the best places to play football around here, I think.
Yeah. Where are you playing now? You're at Kislenbury, aren't you, at the minute?
Yeah, we're at Kisel, man. They're doing us a good turn over there because last season was difficult. We had no place, so we was playing games at some crazy venues, mate. So Kisel, nothing but respect to Kisel. They're putting up with us. They're doing their best, and touch wood, the pitch has been kind to us. We haven't lost there yet, so.
Well, is there nothing going on at Blisworth? Obviously, the clubhouse being built, but if there's nothing going on, that pitch would be like a carpet, wouldn't it? When it's been on it for 2 years.
Oh, mate, it's such a nice pitch, to be honest. We've had it made bigger, and we've had it extended and widened, and it's flat. And when we've been no disrespect to Kizzle, the pitch ain't the best. I don't want to disrespect them because they're doing us a favour.
Of course.
I think they'd probably agree though. And yeah, we can't wait to be home, to be honest. They did say a small chance before the end of the season, but probably highly unlikely, more for the start of next season. So it's a thing to look forward to, like not just the pitch, the new clubhouse. It's also exciting times at Blisworth, man, because over the next 2 to 3 years, we could see some real progression, and maybe there might be a stable club there for people to compete in a semi-professional level, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good aim to have. I don't know if you'll be aware of it, but how is the construction of the clubhouse getting on? Are we nearly there, or is it a while off yet?
They said maybe summer, so I think we're just going to miss the end of the season.
Yeah,
but 100% ready for next season. Apparently, yeah. You never know how these things are going to go. They never say 100%, but plasterboard's being put up and all that. That's how close we are, So
it's near, yeah. No, fair play. Have you been around and had a look at it yet?
We've been up there a couple of times here and there, and it just looks like a a bit of material at the minute. We'll wait till it's painted and
Yeah,
we'll give it the grand opening.
Fair enough. I'll put just before I come on, I'll put a few posts on Twitter and stuff. Trying to get a few questions for you. A few people have come back, so I'll just reel them off now. If that's all right. First one was from the Blisworth page itself. I'm guessing that's Gaz. He's asked who puts the best music on their reel. Is it him or Joey?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because they're both so different ends of the spectrum. I'm a little bit more old school in my music, so I'm gonna have to go with Gaz. He plays the Oasis songs and stuff like that.
I do like them. To be fair,
yeah.
Danny Webb put on as well about promotion. Obviously, we've touched on that. Mitch Austin's been on. What's the best player you've ever managed, and what's your ambitions as a coach for the future?
The best player I've ever managed. That's a tough one, because when I look at a player, I don't just think how good he is on the ball. I think of the whole package, like attitude, training, all these things. And some might. I know actually a lot of people would agree with this, to be honest, and it's not going to be a shock to some. But I'm going to say Nat Liebird. Yeah. What a player!
Where is he now?
He's playing Vets football now.
Is he? Yeah,
he's playing Vets football now. But not so much natural ability. Like I've got players now that are so naturally like gifted more than him probably. But in terms of being a winner, being a leader, doing the basics, attitude the best. Yeah, I think he might be just at the minute the best. Ambitions as a manager, to try and go as far as he has. To be honest, the guy who asked the question, why not? I don't know. Smashing it. Oh, mate. Obviously, me and Mitch have been good pals for many a year. We're from local, from the same area, and mate, what an achievement! I went down to the game at Reading. What a game it was as well.
But it's
good to see. The fans are brilliant. I must admit, the Harbour fans are brilliant on the day, shall I say?
In that way, and when the third goal went in, I bet it was mad.
Oh, it was bedlam. It was bedlam. It was funny. It was funny because they all had Brazil flags and everything for Sandro, who's only there the one game. But it was brilliant. But it's good to see a local boy. Like, obviously, we're friends, and he's doing his thing, and he's in newspaper clippings and all these things, and it's just like fantastic to see. And if he can do it, he's inspiring us to be able to try and do it. So
good. Yeah, good. If you could give a bit of advice to any obviously local managers trying to get into local football now, what would that be?
Don't. Play for as long as you possibly can, before you get too fat like me, and only do it as a last resort because it's a lot of headache. Nah, I'm joking. If you're gonna do it, just give it your all. That's what I would say. Just give it your all. Don't be half-hearted, because as a manager, you don't want half-hearted players. So don't be half-hearted yourself. You've got to make sure you're there every single time.
That's fair play. Just moving back to the start of your career, Phil89 Dale on Twitter. He's asked about your pathway into management and who gave you that opportunity and started you off.
Well, so it was actually my first role in management was coming into Blisworth as assistant, and that come through a friend of mine, Stephen Grimley. You might know Stephen. He's a local player. He's played for Blisworth for many years.
How was he, by the way? Obviously, he broke his leg. Was it last season, wasn't it?
No, it was a couple seasons ago now. He's good. He's recovered from that. He's not really playing much anymore because he's had trouble with his knees. He's had a few injuries down the years, but he's been helping us out on the coaching side. Literally recently, he's only just joined us, so like back with us last 4 to 5 weeks. So he's back in the positive mind frame and enjoying the wins and really getting behind us and helping us out now. So we're buzzing with that because it's a dark place when you keep getting injuries and you keep having to miss football. We're still only just 30 years old.
Yeah, same age as me. I remember I played with him at youth level for a little while. It's good to hear that he's playing like he's back fit again.
Yeah, he's doing his best, so that's cool. What was the question? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. How did you? Who give you the
Oh,
starting management?
okay, yeah. So it was Stevens spoke to Ryan Brown. So Ryan Brown was the manager when I first come in 4 years ago. He was the manager for 2 years, and then he took a year out. I've took it on, and now he's come back. It's like I can't speak highly enough of Ryan, to be honest. What a man. He's I describe him as a man who gets things done. If he says it's going to do it, he gets it done. You know, he's not one of them
Yeah,
guys who says something and it don't get done. If he says he's going to do it, it's done. And they're the type of people that you need around you when you're trying to run a football team. Um, he, I'm good friends with Grimley. They were struggling at the time to find players and things like that. I'm well known locally through playing football and etc. And he just suggested it to Ryan one day, and thankfully he said yeah. And ever since then, we've been a match made in heaven. To be honest,
yeah,
can't like I said, I can't speak highly of him. This season, we bought in. Well, the back end of last season, we bought in Joey James, another big asset to the
yeah,
team. Um, Along came players with Joey to help us fill out the team, and a few of them players have kicked on and kicked us on. Um, with Jake Hogborn is took on a coaching role from playing Hoggy. He was the captain last year, so we've got some authoritative figures in that way. And at the minute, it's just all working so well for us.
good.
It's all working so
So,
well for us.
sorry, just touch on that arrangement then. So you and Bopper, you sort of joint managers in here.
Well, we're all managers, but I am the manager to be so to speak.
Right, okay.
But he was the manager before, but he
Yeah,
had to take a year out of football, personal reasons, work, etc., etc. So I had to take on the reins, and we've then got back in contact as it was something to do with his wife's business, and two of the employees were on when you're pregnant, you can't go to work. I can't remember what it's
yeah.
called, and
Maternity leave.
yeah, maternity leave, and basically she had to do extra shifts, so he couldn't commit.
Right.
But thankfully, since the babies have been born, all healthy, everyone's good. That's now relieved again, so we're back in contact, and then he's come back in this season and kicked us on yet again. Every time we're together, we seem to do okay. So what a man!
Was Joey as an assistant as well, or part of the
Yeah,
team? Obviously, I know
yeah,
Joey
yeah,
from
yeah,
Barrels as well.
yeah. Another great addition. I can't. He's the happy one, the positive one,
Yeah,
the one that drives everyone on. You know what I mean? He's always smiling. I can't speak highly enough of him. He's helped bring us sponsors. He's helped bring us players. He helps with match day run-ins. Helps at training. Like, yeah, what a man! What a man! He actually he actually sacrificed his own team on a Sunday to be with the Blizzy full time,
I remember
and
him saying, yeah.
and thankfully, as it stands, it's working out for us. As it stands,
No,
I will
good.
say as it stands because nothing's won.
No,
So as it stands, he's happy, we're happy. The players he's brought along's happy. They're fitting like no tomorrow. It's been like seamless, to be honest. And
yeah.
then we've had Hoggy and Grimley coaching the teams, training the teams, warming the teams up. So everybody's doing their bit, and it sounds cliche, but everybody does need to do their bit because last season we didn't have that, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle.
Having so many people around you like them characters, does that help you personally as a coach to sort of improve as well?
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much it helps you. It helps you be able to focus on the things that I need to focus on, preparing a team, picking a team, etc., rather than having to worry about, oh, I need to get this done, I need to get that done. I just need everyone's already. I don't need to worry about warming up the team. I know the coaches are sorting it. Just little things like that. And we're not the highest level of football team in terms of like step, but we do try to be as professional as possible in terms of we have got a management team and we have got set duties and we do try to stick by them. Um, we just make sure we're there earlier than the team, make sure everything's set up for the team. Just put that little bit extra in that probably only people that run football teams would know. And I'm no good at running a football team. I can only pick a team. Running a club's a whole different ball game. There's so many more aspects, so many things going on behind the scenes. Guys doing the pitch, everybody's doing something, you know, and that's what it is. It's just a massive effort from one group of people trying to outcompete every other group of people.
I just lost you there for a sec. I don't know if you can hear us. You lost your sound again.
Oh no, yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah. It was only the last sort of sentence I lost anyway, so don't worry. But no, I appreciate it. Obviously, appreciate your time tonight. Congratulations again on the semi-final victory. Is the final meant? Will it be midweek again? Will it?
More than likely. I'm hearing that it's going to be at Whitworth's, but we're waiting for the email basically to come through to confirm everything, and you'll hear about it as quick as we do. It goes on social media before we hear about it. You know, it'll be out there, and something that we're all looking forward to, mate.